if someone asks you a question in English that feels too personal? You do not want to sound rude, but you also do not want to answer. And in that moment, your mind goes blank. What do you say?
Oh, yes. That kind of moment feels so uncomfortable because sometimes the question sounds simple, but inside you're thinking, I really do not want to answer that.
And today, we're going to help with exactly that. We'll show you how to answer awkward questions in English politely, calmly, and naturally.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Speak English with Sam and Lily.
This is the place where we help you speak English in a way that feels real, useful, and human.
How's Sam? How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. A little tired, but good. The weather is beautiful today, so that helps. And you, how are you, Lily?
I'm feeling good too. A little busy, but happy. And yes, the weather really is lovely today. It feels like one of those days when people want to sit outside with coffee and talk.
Yes, and hopefully not ask awkward questions.
Hopefully. But actually, something a little awkward happened to me recently.
Oh, really? What happened?
I was talking to someone I had not seen in a long time. At first, everything was normal. We talked about the weather, work, life, and then suddenly they looked at me and asked, "So, why are you still single?"
Oh, wow. Yes, that is awkward.
Very awkward. And the worst part was, I knew exactly how I felt in my own mind, but I didn't know what to say in a calm, polite way right away.
Yes, that is the hard part. You do not want to sound angry, you do not want to sound weak, and you do not want to answer too much either.
Exactly. So that's our topic today, how to handle those moments in English when a question feels too personal.
And before we begin, if you enjoy these kinds of real-life English conversations, please like the video.
And subscribe to Speak English with Sam and Lily for more easy English podcast episodes.
And if you know someone who feels nervous in these kinds of situations, share this episode with them.
Okay, let's go back to that moment. Someone asks, "Why are you still single?" What can you say?
Well, one thing you do not need to do is answer everything. That's very important. You do not have to answer every personal question just because someone asked it.
Yes, and you can still be polite. That's the key. Polite, but still protecting yourself.
For example, you could say, "I'm just focusing on other things right now."
That answer is nice because it doesn't sound angry. It sounds calm, and it closes the door a little.
Or you could say, "I'm happy with the way things are at the moment."
Yes, that one sounds strong and peaceful at the same time.
And if you want something a little more direct, you can say, "That's a bit personal, but thank you for asking."
Notice that phrase, "that's a bit personal." It's very useful. It's simple, and it tells the truth without sounding too harsh.
Exactly. Short, polite answers are often the strongest answers.
You know, another awkward question people get all the time too is questions about work.
Yes, especially when people ask in a judging way.
Exactly. Like, why did you leave your last job? Or why are you still doing that same job? Or even, why don't you have a better job yet?
Those questions can hurt a little, especially if they come with pressure.
Yes, and when that happens, your answer doesn't need to be a long explanation.
You can say, "I was ready for a change."
That answer is good because it sounds calm and mature. It doesn't sound defensive.
Or, "I wanted something that suited me better."
Yes, that phrase, "suited me better," means it was a better fit for you.
Or if you feel more unsure about your future, you can say, "I'm still figuring out the best direction for me."
That answer is really useful. It sounds honest, but not weak.
You know, these moments may sound small, but they can feel very stressful, especially when you know what you want to say in your own language, but not in English.
Yes, so if this has happened to you before, you are not strange, you are not weak, and you are definitely not alone.
You do not have to answer everything. That is one of the most important ideas in this whole episode.
Now, let's imagine a family event, because family gatherings can be full of awkward questions.
Yes, sometimes people bring food, and awkward questions.
Exactly. Imagine you are sitting at a family table. Everything feels normal. Then someone asks, "When are you getting married?" Or "When are you having children?"
Yes, those questions can feel very personal.
In those moments, you can say, "I don't really talk about that."
That one is short and strong. It is not aggressive, but it is clear.
Or, "That's private for me."
Or, I'm happy with my life right now.
That answer is nice because it does not fight the question. It just gently closes it.
Another very useful one is things are different for everyone.
Yes, that sounds thoughtful and calm, and it reminds the other person that not every life follows the same path.
Now, there's something else that helps a lot in these situations, and that is this. You do not always need to stay in the same topic.
Yes, sometimes the smartest thing is to answer briefly and then gently move the conversation somewhere else.
For example, I'd rather not get into that. Anyway, how's your week been?
That's such a useful move. You answer politely and then you redirect.
Or, that's a little personal for me. But yes, work has been busy lately.
That kind of shift feels very natural in real conversation, and it stops the awkward moment from growing.
Now let's talk about something funny but important. Sometimes learners try to sound too polite and the answer becomes unnatural.
Yes, like a very serious textbook.
For example, I would respectfully prefer not to disclose that information at this present time.
Yes, that is very polite, but it does not sound like normal conversation.
A real person would usually say something simpler like, I'd rather not talk about that. Or, I usually keep that private.
That is the style we want. Simple, natural, polite, and human.
Okay, let's do one full awkward conversation like a real story.
All right, let's imagine I'm at a family gathering.
Livy, you look great. So, why are you still single?
I'm just focusing on other things right now.
Okay, and how much are you earning these days?
I usually keep money matters private.
Oh, and why are you always so quiet at family events?
I'm just a quiet person sometimes. Anyway, how have you been lately?
That was excellent. Very calm, very natural, and you never sounded rude.
Yes, and notice something important. I did not explain too much. I did not fight. I stayed simple.
Let's do one more, this time at work.
Imagine you are on your lunch break. You're eating quietly. Then a coworker asks, "Why did you leave your last job?"
I was ready for a change, and I wanted something that suited me better.
That sounds very calm and professional.
Yes, and I'm enjoying learning new things here. How's your day going?
Perfect. Short answer, then a gentle new direction.
So, what have we really learned today?
We learned that you do not have to answer everything.
We learned that short, polite answers are okay.
We learned that simple English is enough.
And we learned that you can protect your privacy without sounding rude.
Yes, awkward questions happen to everyone, and you're not rude for wanting a little privacy.
You do not need perfect English in these moments. You just need calm, simple, polite English.
And that is enough. More than enough.
And now we want to hear from you.
In the comments, tell us what awkward question do people ask most often in your life?
Or write one polite English answer you want to remember from today.
We love reading your comments, and it's a great way to practice real English.
And if this episode helped you, share it with one friend today.
And don't forget to subscribe to Speak English with Sam and Lily if you're new here.
Thank you so much for listening today. We believe in you. Keep practicing. You can do this.
See you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.